Hi everybody, it's Saché.
And I'm Brinnelle. And
Welcome to
yours truly, the Momcast. Yay!
So this is a very exciting venture. A very exciting venture.
Yes.
We have been talking about doing this
For how long?
not too long, but I feel like we've been feeling both.
Yeah, we've been wanting this for a while.
Separately,
Yes.
that we needed to have a space to talk.
Yes.
Because we talk to each other.
All the time, since you were pregnant.
Yeah. So now
yeah.
it's a good opportunity to like share some of our thoughts.
Yes, definitely.
But maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Properly.
Yes.
So our audience, whoever
We know who we are.
will kind of understand why we even chose to really
Do
come
this.
and be a part of this. We're calling it the Momcast.
Yes.
Right?
We're not
This
a
Momcast.
traditional podcast, okay?
Yeah. So you want to go, Brinnelle?
Sure. So I'm Brinnelle. I have two beautiful baby girls. I've been a mom for 4 years, going on 5 years.
Girl, you experienced.
Yes. Well, not too experienced, but yeah, it's been a wild ride. Motherhood is an absolute wild ride. Well, you getting into it now, so yeah, you know for sure.
Yeah. And I'm Saché. I am a mommy for the past, at this point, almost 11 months. My beautiful daughter, her name is London. She came into my life very unexpectedly and just changed it.
Yeah.
Changed me.
They tend to do that.
Changed me. So yeah, it's been a ride.
Yes.
And today we want to introduce you into, this space that we're calling yours truly. And kind of, share a little bit about our experience.
Ourselves,
And create a space to honor other mothers, bring some information. And to be honest, just be true.
Yep.
Just be true with what
Be
we
true
are
and
going
real.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could say for sure that since it's only been 11 months for me, and I certainly felt like a lot of motherhood is glamorized and
Very romanticized.
Yeah.
That was a big awakening for me.
yeah.
Because, everybody wants to be the perfect mom, but when you actually get into the thick of it, it's not that glamorous. It's not that romantic.
And that's what triggered the thought for us to do the podcast,
Yes.
right? Because I mean, as we said before, so we talk to each other, but
Yeah.
generally, I feel like in my close friends is where it's go down.
Yeah, for real.
Is where I would like share like frustrations and stuff, and I shared that reel where these moms were talking about like all these things they love about motherhood, and then I was like, I don't want to see this.
No.
I want to see what you don't like
What
about
we don't
motherhood,
like,
right?
yeah.
And that led to our conversation where we were like, yo,
We need to do this.
right?
We need
to do this. And I could only imagine, motherhood has a way that could feel very lonely sometimes.
Definitely.
And you feel guilty,
Yeah.
like about some of the feelings that you're having
Yeah.
and some of the bad experiences. And as you said, you question like, am I doing a good
Good
job?
job. Am I a
the
good
best
mother?
mom?
Yeah.
So I think realizing that you're not alone in those feelings.
It makes you feel a little bit better about yourself too.
And then having a space where we could talk about some of these feelings.
Yes, definitely.
Answer some questions.
Yeah.
And we don't know the answers.
We
so
don't know the
get
answer.
people-
Yeah.
So get people on here with us to
Who could actually give us the answers we're looking for.
Yeah. So it's going to be a very interesting experience.
Yes.
I think we needed it.
Yes.
And I think that it's an opportunity for anybody out there who is a mom, who wants to become a mommy.
Yes.
You
can watch us.
engage in this space with us. And we're going to honor all mothers, the experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just allow us to be true and allow everybody else an opportunity to be true.
And real.
And real. That part.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about who have we become? Who are we now since we have become mothers? And boy, oh boy. For me, it's twice. It's twice. It's like, just when I thought I was getting the hang of things, I got pregnant again. So it's like, who am I really now?
So how would you answer that question?
I don't even know. Like it's so multifaceted because who am I now? I think Zanaya, my second daughter, She has she has come into my life to slow me down. Because I was doing everything. So I had Zaria, and I was good, and I was getting back into the hang of things, and I was doing everything. So I had the blog, I had content, I was creating content, I was working a full-time job, full-time wife.
Wait, let me just take a pause there for a second. In case you're like coming across Brinnelle for the first time, so she's definitely in the whole like mommy influencer, like make content with my baby and my husband, and let me affirm my audience and like make these special bracelets, right? And she was like just very much embracing that journey and building a platform. So yeah, girl, big up you for that, because I really don't know how. Even with just one child, how you were able to do that.
I don't even know. Honestly, no. When people tell me that, I'm like, I don't know. It just happened. And because I found a passion into becoming a mother, because I loved becoming a mother so much, I was like, I need to share this. I need to share this. But I found that I also started to romanticize motherhood.
Wow.
I caught myself doing that, and then I was like, no, this is not it. I mean, I'm not one of those mothers who will cry on camera. You know, you see those reels but I will still show you that it's not all pretty. It's not all pretty. And I wrote about that a lot in my blog, and everybody was like, oh my God, I understand. And I was like, at that point, I was like, we need to do a podcast. Because not everybody will want to read. So I need to find another way to do it. But anyway, back to the question. So Zaria came into my life, and I was like pumping. I found purpose in motherhood with her. But then I started doing so much, and then I got pregnant again. Now, she was planned and I was planned, but I was doing a lot. Even in pregnancy, I was traveling for work. I was doing all these things, and I was on top of it. And then when she came, it was like, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
She needs you. She needs you to focus on you know, on her. And she made me slow down a lot.
Wow.
And I had a kind of love-hate relationship with that, because I'm like, my brain is also not how it used to be before. So returning to work and just like, you know, you're in meetings and you know your brain is not how it used to be.
Shock.
So I had that kind of like, that getting back acclimatized to that. But I'm also giving myself a lot of grace, because I have to acknowledge where I'm at now. I'm slower. I'm enjoying the pace. And I mean, it's funny now, because in addition to everything that I have going on, we now have a Momcast. I'm adding more things to my plate here.
Where do you have the time, girl? Where do you have the time for this? But
I'm adding more things to my plate. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But
can you answer the question? Like,
who am I? I am Brinnelle. I'm figuring it out. That's it. That's literally it right now. I'm figuring it out, because we haven't started a routine. We have no routine. It's literally as things happen, we're like, okay, we're doing it. Because we're still adjusting to being now a family of two. I'm adjusting to being a mom of two.
Yeah, and a wife. Wife first, girl. Wife first.
Then the kids.
I feel a lot of what you said, and I can only imagine, because as you said, like, this is the second time, you know. If I am to think about who I have become, Lord Father,
Superwoman.
The thing is, right? So I mean, so you know my story, but I'll share a little bit. For our listeners. So we wanted to have a baby. We definitely wanted to have a baby. We were in that space of like, okay, let's do this, right? And it wasn't like a straightforward process. So it had gotten to a point where it just was not happening, and I needed to go to get help, go to a doctor and so forth. And even that process was not nice. I remember calling my friends, my closest friends, and like just saying, like, you know, pray for me, pray with us. We're working towards this. It's not happening in the traditional way, and I might need a little bit of support. So I was doing blood work and, you know, just check to see if everything is functioning. And literally at the point where the doctor, I remember, she was like, okay, so now that I've seen the reports in terms of all of the blood work and your hormones and all of this, this is what I think we need to do. We need to start on some medication. So she emailed me and she said, this is what we're going to try. And I was going to have a whole schedule to do the do. Which I'm so, in retrospect, you know what? Anyways.
We'll get into
that. And then, in that same time, I decided to, go after this major scholarship that I really, really wanted. That I doubted myself for many years. I didn't think I could have gotten it, right? And then, I don't know, something in me told me, like, I think you could actually get this. Granted that I was also hoping to get pregnant, right? So it's like these two huge things that I'm trying to birth. And I got the scholarship.
Yes.
So, which was an amazing accomplishment, something that still blows my mind when I think about it, because the percentile, right?
I remember watching you like, whoa.
Yeah, crazy business. But and in doing so, it then meant, well, halt. Like, no baby right now. You can't do the babies yet, right?
Baby and studying.
Only for the babies to still come. To still come.
God's plan over yours.
While I was solo, alone in London, without my husband. So it was extremely scary. And I think, for me, motherhood starts from that time.
Yeah.
It starts from like the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So it challenged a lot of my thoughts. It challenged the way I saw myself. It challenged like what I thought I was capable of. Because remember, I just got this scholarship that is like, you're 2% of how many of the people applied. 70,000 plus applicants globally, and you were selected, so you feel empowered and you feel like, like I could actually go after this career goal and these big dreams, and you get it and you feel great, but then you find out this other thing is now very present with you, and that just made me question everything about myself, and it was harder because I get through life with my husband, like. He really completes the process of going through life, this adulting. And so being far removed from him and being alone just felt extremely lonely.
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, it was rough. It really was rough. I will not, a lot of people say that they didn't think that, like, I handled it well, like, I did well.
I'm feeling to cry just thinking about, I am nothing without my husband. Let me let you all know.
It really, really was like a big challenge for us. And I couldn't imagine for him, like, what he must have felt, knowing that his wife was so far away, finally pregnant, and you're not there, and I was so sick and all this stuff. So I know we'll have time to come back.
Yes, we will get back to all of that,
right? But
so who are you?
Yeah, like coming from that point of finding out that I was pregnant, then it took a while for me to accept that I was a mother, because it didn't happen the way I envisioned it, and I just felt so like my life was going to change in like an instant. Like everything about me was changing. And then, yes, I pushed through the pregnancy. She came. She was perfect. My husband was there. So that was just a perfect experience for us to go through together. And then I just felt like I was completely unprepared for the change that was about to happen in my life. And it wasn't just the presence of an actual baby, but it's like all the things in my body did differently. As you said, like your brain functioning differently.
Yes.
I would pick up my phone to call somebody, and then I'm like, who did I pick up my phone to? Who am I gonna call?
The same time you remember something, you forget it just like that.
So I have definitely slowed down.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm very happy about that, because I'm still like that. As I say, like, I want to do this. I still want to do projects. I still have, the career woman. You still want to, keep up.
Yeah.
But you really can't.
No. And
I had a friend that shared this reel or something with me, and it said that, like the clingy babies are for the mummies who needed to slow down.
Yeah.
And that made me cry, because I was like, I probably needed to slow down, And so sometimes when she's extra fussy or extra needy, I have to tell myself, no, you need to close your laptop, or whatever I'm doing. Like, you don't have to wash your wares right now. Like, you could actually just go be with her, put her to sleep. So I don't have a word for who I've become. Yeah. And I think it's just a process, an ongoing process of learning yourself.
We are superwoman. That's the word.
I don't feel like that. That's the thing. I don't
Yeah.
feel, unless somebody else says it, I don't feel like that because I feel like I'm figuring out so much. I feel like Superwoman knows what she's doing. And I don't know what I'm doing. So,
but somehow we figure it out, right?
yeah, we do. And you feel good about yourself.
I don't feel like Superwoman figures it out. Like, I feel like she figures it out as well. Yeah, so.
And I just wonder, so in those moments, I wonder if other mothers are feeling the same way.
Yep.
And thank God for the TikTok and the reels and all that stuff where people are now sharing a little bit more transparently, so you realize that you're not alone.
Yeah.
But again, it could still feel like a very lonely journey.
Yep.
And yeah, and you're watching, you're just scrolling, and you're like, oh, look at everybody having like a fantastic life. And I didn't get to wash my hair.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same camisole and leggings right through. Yeah.
But as with all, like, I want to say sophisticated things in life, time and the aging process and everything makes it more beautiful.
Yes, definitely.
And I just imagine that you have 4 years experience. I don't even have a year yet.
It's been a wild 4 years.
I imagine that it will unfold, right? And we could figure out the Brinnelle 2.0 and the Saché 2.0.
You literally have to just roll with it. Roll with it.
Brinnelle 3.0 because you 2.0 was with Zaria. And then I would love to like understand, if you're watching this, I would love to hear like any mommy who's watching this, like, who do you think you are now that you're a mother? Do you have a word for it? Is there a word to kind of even be put into words?
I don't even know. Like I still feel like I'm just mom, wife, navigating life. That's it.
I love
that. Is literally it.
Mom, wife, navigating life.
That's literally where we're at right now.
That is it. That is it. I feel like we need to print that. We need to print that.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything else?
Well, I have a game. Do we play it now?
Yeah, let's play the game now.
Okay. So the name of this game is 2 truths and a sleep-deprived lie.
Okay, so you're gonna, how are we gonna do it?
You go first, and I'll guess which
2
one.
Okay, so 2 truths and a sleep-deprived lie. Okay, so I used to want twins. Twin girls. I used to want twin girls. As
a mom of 2 girls, I don't know.
I actually had 2 babies before my baby, but they were fur babies.
Ooh. Don't make it too hard now.
Damn, this is kind of hard for me.
No,
Let me
you have me thinking on my own. What are my 2 truths?
Wait, let me think about it. I wanted to have kids at 21.
Damn.
What
21.
do you think?
Okay. So yeah, 2 truths. I feel the second one is a truth. I feel like you had 2 babies before.
Yeah, I did have 2 babies before. I did have 2 fur babies before. Yeah, and they don't get the same love anymore. I feel so bad. I need to try harder.
Yeah. 21? Is that a lie? I feel like at 21, why are you thinking of having baby?
Right? No. At 21, I did not want to have children at all. But I did, I wanted to have twin girls. Before, this is of course before
everything.
Before even having like any understanding.
What was your thought process behind that?
So cute. And you're gonna dress them up and then 2 and done, like that's it. Done. And I just thought I could dress them up. And I could comb their hair the
Darling.
same. And yeah, you know, so it was more from that angle. But now, whew. Actually, when we found out that I was pregnant, it was like, okay, no twins, no twins. We went to the scan to make sure. I remember Castle like praying. Castle's my husband. I remember him praying and just being like, oh Lord, please, no, not now. So yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So let me think. My 2 truths and a silly 5 lie. Okay.
I'm a sip.
So number 1, we currently co-sleep with our kids. Number 2, oh my goodness. Could have swear it's like having a brain fart because I just thought of it and then it's just like,
It's gone.
yes. Okay.
It's gone.
So number 1, right, we co-sleep with our kids. Number 2, I give my daughter a lot of screen time. The older one, 4 years.
Okay.
And number 3, we did not plan our second child.
That out so easily because you said it. Okay, so you definitely plan Zanaya. You definitely
Yes.
plan Zanaya. I did not know that you all co-sleep still.
Yes, we do.
Oh my god. I mean, we co-sleep too, but I didn't know that.
Yes.
How is that?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I know it's probably so much more convenient, right?
It is, but it's also not convenient when you want time with your husband.
I get that.
Yes. So as it is right now, we have the crib in our room.
Yeah.
And then Zaria sleeps with us.
She does not stay in the crib. Oh
No,
the crib
no,
is for
for Zanaya, yeah.
And Zaria
And
sleep.
Zaria sleeps with us.
We'll come back to this. We'll have a chat on that. But I'm right there with you. It's just so much more convenient for me right now. And I get more sleep. Yes. I get more sleep like that.
The thing is, so like at that age, yes, you get more sleep. But
now that she's a
4.
toddler and she sleeps so bad.
Listen, I am always waking up because I get
back
a knee in
hurting.
my back, or I have to flip her around because her head is down there, and then I'm pulling up the comforter, and I don't want to smother her in the process.
Yeah, we love toddlers, but they're crazy.
They're crazy.
They're crazy.
Zaria, I love you. You're my girl, but whew,
Time to get your bed.
you need to go. She has her own bed.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has her own room, her own bed. It's just, she sleeps with mommy and daddy. She just loves being between us. That safety, that comfort. But
And
whew.
honestly, like that's a safe attachment.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And the screen time.
Yeah, she gets a lot of screen time. I
Honestly,
used to
like,
feel bad for it, but
You get to do
honestly,
stuff.
I get to do stuff.
Yeah.
But we do it in a way that, okay, you do schoolwork first, and then you can have, and we make sure and monitor it. So before, everything she watches, we watch too. So even if it's on TV, I'm in the kitchen or I'm around where I can see it. If she's watching on YouTube, I monitor it because YouTube has a way you just switch to random videos after a while. So yeah, I mean, I used to feel bad about it, but now I'm like, as long as she's learning stuff and she doesn't give trouble in school and that kind of thing, by all means,
So
reward yourself.
We do a lot of screen time for London, and I mean, she's literally like, she's not even a year yet. But she literally only watches 2 things, which is Miss Rachel and Elmo. Like, that's it.
Okay.
That's all. But she has a YouTube channel. She has her own YouTube account.
Nice, good.
So then what that does is that when it goes to the next video,
it streamlines.
Yeah, it's kind of consistently the same thing. And then they try other stuff like Bluey and stuff, and I'm like, no, not yet.
Yeah.
So
she's still kind of young.
Yeah, she's still too young for that. But I feel comfortable with, my girl, Miss Rachel. Big up you, Miss Rachel.
Big up Miss Rachel.
Big up you. And she seems to like this stuff, those type of characters. Like,
the Muppets.
The Muppets, actually, the Muppets. So they tend to make her smile. So we'll put that on. So literally, this is a no judgment zone.
Yes.
Because I'm right there with you.
Yes.
Right?
I can hear the Instagram mom screen time. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
that's
no.
how I was able to bathe.
Yeah,
because she's watching something.
That's how I could use the toilet. That's
And
how I
answer
could
call,
make breakfast.
right?
That's
and scroll and get inspired to do a
yeah,
momcast.
a momcast, yeah.
Right? So
Yep. No judgment, judgment-free zone here, guys.
Yep. Well, I think that we could kind of chill for now, right?
Yes,
we could chill for now. So this is the start of what we consider like an amazing journey for us, and we hope it'll be an amazing journey for everybody that joins with us.
Yes.
It's really about being true to ourselves and creating a space for other moms to be true and just feel safe, you know, and not alone. Most important.
You're not alone in this crazy journey called motherhood.
And I feel like all great things need community.
Yes,
and this is,
definitely.
This is a great thing.
The start.
This is a great thing.
Yes.
So until next time.
But before we finish, feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah.
On any of our platforms. We have Instagram, we have
TikTok,
we have YouTube. Reach out to us. We'll also plug in our email. So
yeah, and hopefully we'll have more and more of you just joining our community, joining this conversation, and it'll be great. So until next time.
Until the next time.
Toodles.
Bye. Bye.